Today, my son's asked me something that hit deeper than I expected it to. It wasn't about toys. It was about what real leadership looks like when the rest of the world is yelling, "No kings." Let's talk about it. We were driving to the store. Just a normal afternoon. And then we rolled by a massive protest. Hundreds of people lined up all along the road, yelling, waving signs, and chanting. My boys asked, "Dad, what are they doing?" Hold up. And I froze for a second. I was trying to drive, watch the crowd, make sure nobody walked into traffic. And then when they asked me that question, I knew I would need to come back to it. I looked it up later to get smarter on it before I sat down to talk to them. I already knew what the movement was about. I don't live under a rock. But seeing it firsthand with my sons in the car, changed something. And to be honest, I had a flash of fear. I was thinking, what if this peaceful protest turns chaotic? What do I do with my family in the car? That thought spiraled fast, which makes sense because when you're a protector, you can't not think that way. But thankfully, nothing happened. It stayed respectful. And in that moment, God gave me a teaching opportunity. Later, I explained it to my boys. I broke it down. When people don't agree with something, they have a right to speak up. That's freedom. That's power. I also said, but freedom without responsibility, that's just noise. They were confused, so I broke it down for them in kid terms. I said, let's say you didn't get your snack today, and you're upset about it. You want to protest. But what if you didn't get it because you didn't clean up your Legos? Or because you were rude to your mom? You're upset about the result, but you haven't known the reason behind it. And I told them, if you want something to change, you've got to first check your own actions. Make sure you're not throwing stones from a glass house. Because here's the truth. We've got a world full of people screaming for change who won't even clean up their own mess. Now, I'm not saying protests don't matter. But what matters more to me is that my sons understand this. Do not ask for something you're not willing to earn. Do not demand justice if you can't walk in responsibility. And sure as hell, don't expect respect if you're living in hypocrisy. That's what I believe God wanted me to teach them today. And while I was praying through it, I kept going back to what Jesus said. First, take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. You want to be heard? You want to lead? Then lead at home first. Show up for your family. Take ownership of your own life. That's where the real change starts. And that's what real men do. All right, day 165 down. Remember, be kind, be great, dial it in. Most importantly, keep on sending it. Fun fact. Did you know most of America's founding fathers talked more about personal virtue than political power? Even Jefferson said, educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. Moral of the story, get overeducated before picking sides, because integrity doesn't just start in a protest line. It starts in your own house. All right, time to go be an adult and get ready for Father's Day. It's clench butt cheeks time. Oh yeah, it's good.